Okay, let us
It's
just
quite
check.
great to have you guys here. I see we do have some people that are joining us again that were
Okay.
there yesterday. Welcome back. It's good to have you guys again.
Just excuse me for one moment. Give me
Yes,
a second.
and to everyone else that is just joining us freshly today, welcome. Simo, we see you. Welcome.
Hello.
And Elisa, one of our coaches, welcome. So lovely to have you.
Yeah.
Siamtanda, we see you. That's Jody over there.
Hi. Hi. How are you? Hi, Annalise. How are you doing? Are you ready for today?
Hey everyone, I'm doing good. Yes, I'm more than ready for today. Hope you guys are doing good as well.
Awesome, awesome. So go-getters, we've got 3 speakers lined up for you today. We will be sharing inspiring stories.
Yes.
But we'll get into that a bit later. Very
Goody.
warm welcome to you, Zukiswa.
Yes.
Nice to
Hi,
see you again.
Tony.
Thanks
We
for
see
joining
you.
us. Who else do we have here? Okay, so who do we have here? Let's give a shout out to everyone that's joined.
Yeah, we've got Leletu. Thank you for joining in. We've got Zilly, Umulemud. Oh my goodness, we've got Tipe. We've got Mr. Kwela. Welcome. It's so good to have you guys. We've got Lucretia. Welcome, welcome.
Very warm welcome to everyone. So who do we have here? So is that everyone that you've already mentioned?
Oh no, there's a lot more.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I don't think my eyes.
Tell us how it is there where you are and where you are dialing in from. Would
Yes.
love to know.
Let us know. And for the first time Zoom users, the chat box is actually at the bottom. There's a little chat icon,
Yes.
but I'm sure you guys know how to use Zoom by now.
That's right.
Our whole world has changed from face to face to digital. So that is a positive. And yeah, let us know how you're doing. Let us just say hi. I am Jojo, by the way, my co-host Norma.
Yes.
We will be hosting the session with you guys. And as I mentioned, we've got speakers lined up for you later on in the program who will be sharing inspiring stories.
Yes.
And go-getters, ask as many questions as you'd like. We are also streaming live through Facebook. So hello to all our Facebook
Facebook
joiners and YouTube as well.
That's
Very
right.
warm welcome to you. And thank you so much to everyone who's joined through Zoom. We are aware that there are some technical audio issues with a few go-getters, but I'm sure that will get sorted soon. How do we, let us know in the chat, guys. Simo, I see you. Is there anything you'd like to say? Let us know where you're joining us from.
Yes.
Yes, we put you on the spot, Simo.
Hello, guys. I'm calling you guys from Kailija, Quincy Park.
Oh, awesome.
That is lovely.
Yeah.
Cape Town.
Yes. We've got Lerato joining us from Johannesburg. Hi, Lerato.
Hello. Siam Tanda. How are you doing? We see you. You see, guys, we see you with all the cameras on. So we want to know how you're doing and where you're dialing in from.
I'm dialing in from Joburg.
Where you dialing us? Yeah, where you dialing in from?
From Joburg.
Hello.
Hello, Tipe. Now, who's Tipe? Because Tipe has like transformed into 5 humans. So who are you guys?
I'm joining my kids here. I'm a teacher here. My kids are dialed from my phone. These are my kids.
Oh, what school is that?
It's in Northern Cape in Kuruman called Zamfara High School.
Northern Cape in the house. We
Give
are
it up,
so
give it
glad
up.
to have you. Northern Cape.
Yes,
amazing.
yes.
Thank you so much.
Love the energy, love the vibe. That is exactly what we need, and that is how this program will be going. So bring your energy, bring your positivity, and yeah, we'll get the party started in the next 3 or so minutes.
Speaking of Northern Cape, shout out to Mr. Peace Miramati, who is the educator for
Wow, hey, so thank you
That's
so much for
incredible.
joining for the second session. That's awesome. That is so awesome.
Great.
Oh, and let us not forget our tech team working hard behind the scenes. Our DJ Fernando is
Yes.
playing those jams for us while we're waiting for everyone to join. We're still waiting on another speaker to join us soon. But yeah, we are ready to get this party started in the next 6 minutes or so. Grab yourself a glass of water if you can. Listen to the music instead of us babbling away.
Yes. Make yourself a cup of tea. We don't know what the weather like
Oh,
where you
it's
are
cool.
at. Here in Cape Town today, we have a bit of sun. It's quite clear. We are happy. Let us know how's it there where you are. We'd love to know. Send us a message in the chat. We would love to read those.
Yeah, Siam Sanda is joining us from Joburg. Joburg, how's the weather? Yeah, how's the weather down there? It's sunny here in Cape Town, but my fingertips, my fingertips are so cold, and I'm like, but look, with your positive energy and vibes, I'm sure we're gonna get warmed up soon.
It's starting to heat up already.
Cool. Berato, we see you. Is there anything you'd like to say? Okay. Awesome. Cool. Thanks for let's just listen to some music and let us know those who just recently joined us. Thank you so much. Welcome to Career Open Day of the SPAR Go Getter Challenge. We have inspiring stories here that will be shared by our speakers today.
I personally can't.
So yeah. Mr. Kuna Pupedi, I see you've got learners. Which school are you joining us from? Hello everyone there. I'm joining in from Mr. Kuna Pupedi's device. Give us a thumbs up for those cameras that are on. If you can hear us, if our audio is fine, we just want to kind of make sure that our technical moments are sorted. Cool. Let me make. Thank you so much.
Let us know if you guys can hear us properly. Would love to know so we can be fantastic. We're getting a thumbs up from Tipe. That is awesome. Thank you. Welcome, Nomsa. Gabrielle, welcome. And we've got Naledi as well. Welcome.
Okay,
and Facebook people as well, please feel free to drop a comment. And our tech support will let us see all of that, and we'll be able to interact with you guys. And our YouTube people as well, we've got you guys. Let us know how you're feeling and how you're doing.
Sorry guys, Jojo is not ignoring you. I'm just trying to get all our speakers sorted for the session in a bit. Just to, with the Zoom, you need to kind of make sure that you have your audience, sorted from the tech side. So we're doing that. And hi, welcome, Promise. Nice to see you again.
Oh, lovely to see you, Promise.
Thanks for joining us. Promise is from SPAR as well.
Get
Woohoo! How you doing, Promise? You doing good?
I'm good, guys. I'm just cold. It's very, very cold. Well, where I'm sitting is cold. But I'm fine.
Yes.
Awesome.
So happy to see you and to have you again. Thank you very much.
Oh, I should actually also I'm just pinning the speakers so that we get them sorted for later. Okay. Okie dokie. Let me just see. Yeah, we're still waiting on another speaker, but it's fine. We do acknowledge that sometimes there are some technical issues while dialing in, but that is no problem at all. Let us see. Where are we? Cool. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining. Those who've just recently joined us.
Yes, guys, it's Lulu. I don't have a camera, but I'm with you.
Okay, thank you, Lulu. Thank you.
Fantastic. So good. So we have all our speakers here. Thank you. We will get this party started very shortly. We're just giving a minute for everyone to join us.
Awesome. We've got people joining us now. I'm just getting the speakers sorted. Awesome. So now it is 7 minutes past 3. We're going to get started in a minute or two. Yeah, it seems that there are go-getters that's dialed in that's got some audio issues, but it's totally understandable. This is what happens in the digital world, but I'm sure they'll be able to join us shortly, and they'll be able to hear us as well. So, woo-hoo. Okay, tech team, we are ready to rock and roll. Cool. Let's see, who do we have here? Okay, so we've got about, okay, so it's 38 of us on the Zoom. How are we doing on Facebook and YouTube? We are streaming live on Facebook as well as YouTube. Hello to all our YouTube our subscribers, and then our Facebook, what do you call the Facebook? Followers. Okay. Sorry guys, you know, with social media, Norma is the guru of that. So
welcome, Courtney, and we've got what's that? Welcome, so welcome. Let us know, guys. We'd love to know where you guys are dialing in from.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I think we can get this started. We will share a quick slide with you. Tech team, are we okay to share that slide real quick? Okay, apologies, everyone. I'm just going to get the slide sorted quickly. Just give me 1 second.
Yes, we are getting to roll.
Okay, cool. Let me get my slide quickly sorted out here, and then that is fine. You know, these technical moments, it's perfectly fine.
It happens to the best of us.
Happens to the best of us, people. Happens to the best of us. Okay, let's get this
party started.
Okay. Fernando, are you on the Zoom? You can just give me a thumbs up when the screen is shared and you can see that. Okay, let me just
beautiful.
There we go.
Yes.
A warm welcome to everyone. Thank you so much for joining the Career Open Day, the SPAR Go-Getter Challenge. Congratulations for
for making
and for taking the opportunity in joining this program
and making the time.
We really appreciate it, and a very warm welcome to our speakers today. We've got more go-getters joining us, but let's move on. I don't want to keep everyone waiting. Okay, so what is the Go-Getter Challenge? So the Go-Getter Challenge is a program for, we're going to be, how can I say, we're going to expose you to different careers within the retail industry, especially SPAR.
Yeah, and it's all centered around work readiness, self-awareness, but especially work exposure.
Yeah, and things that I never knew and things I wish I had while I was in school.
Yes.
But we'll get into that a bit later. This is just a little agenda here for you. So today is the Career Open Day number 2. We had the first Career Open Day yesterday, which was really great. And those who are joining us for the second time, a very warm welcome, and thank you so much for committing your time to join us again. And we've got, like I mentioned, we've got speakers lined up who will be sharing the career and life journeys with you today. So go-getters, have your questions ready, and then we are streaming live through different platforms, and we will try and answer as many questions as possible throughout the session and throughout the platforms. Then after the Career Open Day, you'll get a chance to apply to go through to round 2. So you have to apply for that. Selection Bootcamp is where we challenge you to apply your mind and knowledge around SPAR and the retail industry. And we've also got speakers lined up for you in that session.
Yeah.
And then round 3 is called the learning journey, where you get an opportunity to watch a virtual tour around all the different departments within SPAR. So we'll get into that also, but later in the program. And then after that, after round 3, you'll get certificates and you will be part of the youth talent pool for possible opportunities.
That's right.
SPAR.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm going to move on to my next slide.
Yes.
Okay.
Take it away.
Here's where the fun begins. Rules of engagement. So rules of engagement. So this is your opportunity, and well done again for taking this opportunity and joining us today. This is a time for you to meet real role models, and also ask as many questions as possible, as we mentioned earlier. Share your comments, share your questions. And also we are here, so Jojo, myself, and Norma, we will maintain and manage the questions coming through from all platforms. As you can see, we will be using Zoom, we're using Facebook, and we're using YouTube. YouTube, you can post your questions and your comments in the comments section. Facebook, send your comments and questions on the Facebook chat, as well as Zoom. On Zoom, you have the opportunity, if you would like to ask a question and you don't feel like typing, you can raise your hand at the bottom of, there's an icon which will give you an option to raise your hand. We will acknowledge you and we'll give you an opportunity to turn your camera on, unmute yourself, and you can ask your question, and it will just make the engagement a bit better.
That's right. We also have another option. You can contact our tech support team, which we have right here with us. They're always spot on with the responses. You can actually pop them a WhatsApp message if you'd like. The tech support number is 078-280-3212. 078-280-3212.
Okay. Let us just get that sorted. Okay. We've also got a message from Leleto. We're connecting from a projector, grade 10, 11, and 12. We cannot connect to audio and video. Leleto, we will get you sorted, but thank you so much. We know you might not be able to hear us right now. We can't hear you, but it's so lovely to have these.
I mean, grade 10, 11, and 12. There is, what school is this, Jody? Can you
it is, thank you, Noport Combined School.
Wow.
Thank you so much, and what a wonderful opportunity to kind of showcase this program in your classes. And yes, we had quite a few classrooms showcased yesterday, and we also saw 1 or 2 schools joining us. So from one device, but multiple go-getters on one device, which is great. So
fabulous.
We've got more people streaming in. So that is our rules of engagement, everyone. Let us have fun. Go-getters, if you have questions, make a note of them. And this is a wonderful opportunity for you guys. As I mentioned, I mean, I wish I had this back when I was in school. But well done for making it this far.
It's gonna be worth it. Stick around for the whole session.
Cool. So our speakers, if you can turn your cameras on and you can unmute yourself, we would like to give you the opportunity. We would like to go around and give you the opportunity to introduce yourself.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about your yourself and your job title and how your job role fits within the retail industry, especially SPAR. So Zukiswa, we're going to put you on the spot because you were the first one to have your camera on. Take it away.
Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, so you can see on the screen, my name is Zukiswa. Okay, my second name is Amanda. I'm not sure how that appeared there, but it's fine. So I am based in the Western Cape, SPAR Distribution Center, and I am the HMR category manager, which is home meal replacement. In other industries, they'll call it takeaway and deli. So I'm responsible for that category for Namibia and Northern Cape, as well as obviously our Western Cape stores. Sorry, the screen shifted. Can you guys still see me and hear me?
Sorry, we just got someone. Ooh, how do I get? There we go. Yes, we can see you. Sorry.
Sorry about
Thank
that.
you, tech team. Our tech team is working hard behind the scenes. So sorry about that, Sukiswa.
No, it's okay. So yeah, so basically then I'm the region's HMR category manager. I have a specialist that reports to me, and I've got a purchasing manager that I report to. Don't know what else you guys want to know, what the job entails.
Fine.
Welcome and thank you again, Sugiswa. We know this is going to be great, and you have a lot to tell our go-getters.
Yeah. And Annelies, Annelies, sorry, take it away.
Good day, everyone. My name is Annelies, but if it's too long for you, you can call me Anna. I am from the Eastern Cape. I'm currently working in the logistics department in the warehouse. I am an industrial engineer by profession, but recently I took up a job of perishables operations manager in Eastern Cape. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Okay, so cool.
So lovely.
Lulu, yes, sorry, we are where you can't turn your camera on, which is totally understandable, but yeah, you can go ahead.
No problem. Thank you guys for the opportunity. They call me Lulu, so you guys can have that as well. I am the assistant credit manager at South Rand. And this job entails high stress. So maybe it's a good thing that you can't see me stressed out on my camera. I've been with SPAR for 15 years, and I started my career out as a credit controller at the Lowveld DC, which is the smallest DC in South Africa. And I am now the assistant credit manager at the largest DC in South Africa. So quite a jump.
Thank you so much, Lulu. Thank you so much again to all our speakers. Yes. So yeah, there's a question. Go-getters, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. We will acknowledge you and also post your question in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to ask our speakers, why do they do what they do? What is their everyday life like? Just any random questions, just pop it in the chat, and myself and Jody will relate it to the questions.
Yeah, but we might as well start off with, is this something that you always wanted to do? Is it something you wanted to study for, or, well, did you study for this position? What made you work at SPAR, or what inspired you? Annelies, do you want to take it away?
Yes, logistics, I always wanted to do logistics, but I didn't know anything about logistics at SPAR. As I said earlier, that my background profession is industrial engineering. I did industrial engineering. It's such a broad career. It's such a broad profession. So if you are if you are an industrial engineer, you can work in different businesses. And we can work in logistics, you can work in manufacturing, you can work in production, you can work as a business analyst. Earlier on in my career, I didn't know which exactly am I going to choose. So as I was progressing in my career, I realized that I want to branch into logistics. However, I had no idea about the SPAR logistics side. So in 2016, I got an opportunity to join the SPAR warehouse in Eastern Cape. That's when my career in logistics started. And I started as a junior industrial engineer, responsible for the warehouse project. And then I was promoted to be a project manager after that. And yeah, as I said earlier, recently from June, I just assumed the position of the warehouse, of the perishables warehouse operations manager.
Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Annie.
Yeah.
And Zukiswa, for you, is being a food specialist, is this something that you always wanted to do, or how did you start your journey at SPAR?
Okay, so for me, I've always studied food from the time I left high school. I've always been in the food industry. I studied in a hotel school. I worked in hotels. I managed a small kitchen in the Drakensberg. And in 2010, I decided to go back to school full time, and I studied to be a professional chef. Then from there, I did 2 years of that. I left, started working, and then my lecturer at Capsicum, the chef school that I went to, said there was an opportunity at SPAR in 2012, and they're looking for candidates. And the candidate would have to represent the Western Cape at the time. So obviously she knew that I had family in the Western Cape and moving wouldn't be an issue. So, and that's how I got into SPAR 2012. So I came in as a trainee. I did the 2-year program, and I was the only candidate representing the Western Cape, and I was successful at the end. I came back after a year and a half. I was a trainee for another year because the guys felt that I was still not ready to be a specialist at the time. And for a year, I became a retail ops advisor. And then from there, then they made me a permanent specialist, and I was a specialist for 6 years, five, 6 years. And then this year, February, I was then promoted to be the category manager.
Thank you, Zuki.
Yeah, before we move on to asking the questions, Lulu, do you maybe want to tell us as well, how did you get into doing what you're doing? Is it something you've always wanted to do? And how did you end up at SPAR?
So I've always been in finance related employment. In 2006, someone told me about an opportunity at SPAR, and I went for the interview and got the job and started the next day. And it was never in my intention to progress to being a credit manager, assistant credit manager. It was purely from I needed a job kind of perspective. That being said, once I got into the job, I found that that was my passion. I was so passionate about what I was doing that I wanted to do more and more and more of it. So in 2009, I enrolled in UNISA to do a 3-year credit management diploma.
Yes.
And that went very well. And then a year later, I enrolled to do my BCom in business management, and that also went well. And then I enrolled to do with W&R CETA, the Retail Management Development Program, which is a postgraduate. So from the time that I found this passion of mine, I've been growing myself into this job because it is so dynamic. You are learning something new every day about what you are doing. So there is always room for improvement. There is always scope for challenges. I know that the perception often out there is that finance is boring, but I can tell you that you can really make it interesting and challenging for yourself.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Lulu. So while we're here, we have 2 very interesting questions, and that is directed to logistics. So that is for you, Ane. So Njabulo and Karabo wants to know, what exactly do people in the logistics department do, and what is so interesting about logistics?
Okay, wow, it's such a very good question to ask, Njabulo. Logistics is basically simple. We receive the stock from the suppliers, we keep the stock in our warehouses, and then we pick the stock for our retailers. We dispatch the stock, therefore we deliver the stock to the stores. If you see the stock that is sitting in your favorite SPAR that you shop at, it's basically coming from our distribution centers, the logistics department. So we assemble all those orders and we send them to our stores. We deliver directly to our stores. That's basically what is going on. That's what we are doing as a logistics department. What is interesting about our department is that it's very dynamic, and you're learning new things every day, new skills, continuous improvement is happening here, new projects, we're using new technologies to pick our stock, and the list is endless. We have new things to learn in logistics. It's not the same as it is yesterday, and we are continuously improving ourselves to be the best logistics department, to be the best logistics. So yeah, basically the stock that you see in your SPAR shops comes from the distribution center logistics department.
Thank you, Ane. And yeah, Zukiswa, I want to know, as a food specialist, what is so interesting about that? What is your day-to-day work life as a food specialist at SPAR?
So my day-to-day is never the same every day. I had actually someone asked me that yesterday, and I was like, it's like a rainbow. It's different colors. You literally choose which side of the rainbow you want to sit at, depending on the challenges that you face with. But day-to-day, you're literally looking and communicating with suppliers, looking at recipes, looking at packaging, because at the end of the day, it's about food, it's about presentation. How do we present the things that consumers actually purchase? That when you look at it, you want to buy it. You know, we look at pricing, we look at ingredients. So we work a lot with like the produce guys, the meat guys, the bakery guys, because we're the one department that uses everybody. We use the grocery floor as well in order for us to create the food that we create. So right now, the position that I'm in is more of a strategic and technical position, because you're looking deeper. You're not physically cooking and making and developing new recipes, but you're now working with the people that do that work and ensuring that it meets the spec that the company is looking for. And the trends currently in the industry, what's happening currently in the industry, the hotels have closed. So in terms of retail, how do we fit in to cover the gap that is currently facing at the moment? You know, so yeah.
Thank you, Zukiswa. To our go-getters, please, if you don't mind, just muting yourself in between the sessions so that we can hear from the speakers. Thank you so much, and thank you to the tech team for getting that sorted. Apologies, Zukiswa. So Zukiswa, this is a question for you from YouTube. Thank you, Matt. Matt wants to know, which kitchen did Zukiswa manage in Drakensberg? It sounds like the food industry presents many opportunities for travel.
To answer that question, I was at Moorcroft Manor in Antwerp. So that there will be Southern Drakensberg.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant. We also have another question from Lerato. I'm going to direct this to Lulu. She wants to know, working at SPAR, do you have room enough to balance a personal life and a work life, a career? And if so, which one takes most of your time, she says?
Thank you for that question. And I want to first answer it by saying, whichever one takes precedence in your life is about who you are. So if you are a very highly ambitious and driven person, you will make work important. And if you are a family orientated person, you will make family important. That can be balanced. And it is a very thin line between balancing her home and work life. But there are times when we are called to overlap the home life with our work lives. But I have found at SPAR that the management, especially your line managers, are very understanding when you have a home crisis or a whatever, so that they can create that balance for you. So it's not that rigidity where you have 9 to 5 and that is set in stone. We are very compassionate people at SPAR and understanding to the needs of people and their families. And it's part of our value system that we make family important. And so I want to address that question by saying that family is important to SPAR as much as it's important to you, because we are the SPAR family. So as much as you have a family at home, you have a SPAR family, which supports us in our 8 hours of work that we do. And so both families are important to me, and I've tried to balance both my families equally well.
Thank you, Lulu. And you mentioned earlier on that that the finance department can be quite stressful. How do you handle pressure?
I think the older that you get, the easier that question becomes to answer. I think when you put that pressure on yourself more times than not, and it's about finding the right balance between prioritizing what needs to be done and what's a critical point. So there's lots of things that need to be done in a day, but what is that thing that is going to add value is what you need to do first. So it's really about time managing yourself in order to minimize the stress, because yes, you can run around doing a lot of things and getting nothing done in a finance department because there's always a crisis. So you need to manage the crisis by importance, if I can put it that way, by priority and what is going to have the greatest impact. That is where you need to spend your time.
Thank you, Lulu. Thanks for that. How important it is, hey? And we would just like to give a shout out to Genius. Genius says this is while dialing in from Banksrift High School in Hartswater, Northern Cape. We are happy to be participating in this event as well. We are looking forward to getting more information regarding the different careers that we wish to pursue. Thank you, Genius, for sharing that. A shout out to Banksrift High School.
Yes,
thank you so much for joining us. So yeah, there was a comment around logistics. So Njabulo Ane says logistics seems very exciting, but logistics can be quite challenging at times. Hey, a lot of pressure. You said every day is not the same. How do you maintain that? How do you stay motivated in those challenging times?
Definitely, it is an exciting department to be working at, and as I said before, it's challenging. But it's not so difficult to stay motivated when challenges that you are experiencing are very dynamic and different. So it goes back to how determined you are and how are you finding your job, how hardworking you are. So with those challenges, you just embrace the challenges and they keep you going. Waking up every day not knowing what to expect is what is exciting. And that's what is making logistics a very exciting department to work for. Yeah, to stay motivated. Remember, sometimes motivation comes from within yourself. It's an internal thing. So if you know what you want in life and if you know why you are doing something, it's very easy for, it's not so difficult to stay motivated, especially if the job that you are doing, it's dynamic as it is in logistics.
Fantastic, that is brilliant. We have here Zelly, who says, hi, I am a parent. Unfortunately, my son can't join the call. Oh, we're sorry to hear that. I hope he will be able to join in our next programs. She says, my question, does SPAR consider hiring interns and for how long? Also, what are the specs or criteria around hiring interns?
Yeah, maybe Promise, you joining the call. If there's anything that you'd like to add pertaining to that question, please feel free to comment on that.
Yes.
Okay, is there any comments from any of the speakers who'd like to answer that?
Just to answer that, yes, SPAR does take interns. We here in the Western Cape, we currently have an HR department intern, and she'll be there for about 18 months. In the retail operations department, they've got a trainee who's going to be there for 2 years. And then marketing as well has trainees. So it just depends on your university and what you are actually studying and which area within the company you need to get that work experience from. So like the distribution centers, we've got the IT department, so they do take interns as well. Marketing and advertising do take interns as well. The warehouse as well, they do take interns. It's just a matter of communicating with the HR department within the distribution center in your area and see what opportunities are there in terms of interns.
Thank you, Zukiswa. Hope that answers all your questions, Zali, but thank you so much for dialing in on behalf of your son.
Yes.
And I'm sure you'll be able to carry that message well.
To him.
So yes, we've got is it a question or a
No,
comment?
thank you.
Sorry, it's Tipe afternoon, Bankara High School in Northern Cape, Kuruman. I'm a math educator at the, okay. Shout out to Mr. or Mrs. Tipe. Thank you so much for joining us from Bankara High School. I've got, yeah, sorry, we're just scrolling through some questions. Let us give our tech team a chance. Are there any questions or comments from YouTube or Facebook?
Okay, so Jody, like I've noticed that
has their hand up.
Okay.
Hold on, we'll get to it.
Tepang, take it away.
Yeah, it's lovely. Tepang, you there?
You can unmute yourself and turn your camera on if you'd like. Tip.
I think they're having sound problems.
Okay, there are some sound problems. Okay, Tepang, apologies. Okay, you might be experiencing some audio issues, but please pop your question through in the Zoom chat, and we will be sure to ask that question.
Yes. So yeah, I noticed that our coaches, they've been through different departments and started somewhere and ended up in a completely different department as well. So I would love to know that from a young person's perspective. You know, young people always dream, oh, I'm going to finish high school, go to university, and then go be a big CEO of this big company and, you know, stuff like that. What advice do you have for young people that want to go the proper route of pursuing a career?
Question.
Yes, you can. Any of our coaches that would like to take on this one?
Speakers, we like to do this thing where we put you on the spot. So, Anne, anything you'd like to share or comment regarding that?
If you don't mind, can you please repeat the question for me? I didn't get the last part of the question.
Yes, so a lot of young people always think that they'll go through this straight plan that they have, go to high school, go to varsity, go and become a big CEO somewhere. So you guys have had to start at a different place than you thought you were going to start and advance and go somewhere. So in terms of grounding and getting someone prepared as they start to pursue careers, what advice do you have for them?
Thank you for that question. The journey is not always as easy as you would think, and it's not always as straightforward as you would like it to be. Sometimes when you're starting at a young age, you might not even do what you want to do. And then you eventually find out later on in your life that this is the path I want to follow. So what advice the advice that I want to give our go-getters out there is that do not be afraid to make the change. Stay true to your to what you want. It's very important to have a vision in life. As soon as you realize your vision at a young age, it will be easy for you. That vision will guide you through what you want to do in life. But you must also know that it's not going to be a walk in the park. Life poses different challenges at different stages of our lives. Therefore, it's not a straightforward journey. So know that sometimes you will encounter some obstacles in your road. Be ready for them. Be ready to tackle them. And what is important is that do not stop. Keep on moving.
That is, we actually chatted about this yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know, your career is it's a journey. It's sometimes, you know, life also is never just a straight line. Career is not, okay, you're going to get a job, you're earning money and on you go. You're going to be faced with a lot of challenges and changes. And it's what you do about that and how you're going to kind of apply that.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes challenges, it can be difficult to handle. but it also helps you grow as a person. And you know, if you don't go through that, you won't know. So yeah, and Zukiswa, anything you'd like to add to that? And then Lulu, you can go straight after.
For me, it would actually go to the parents to say, support your child's dream. Because, you know, growing up, we always told, be a teacher, be a lawyer, not realizing that the world out there is an oyster for the kids, and whatever dream they have, the best support that they need is support from home. Because from there, those kids will be very successful out there because they know they've got the support of their parents and their family. You know, when I decided I want to cook for a living, you know, what career can you find in cooking? But because I was passionate and I loved what I was doing, my family supported me through that. You know, and I've made a career out of it, and a successful career as that. And I'm able to do little projects outside my work scope that is giving back to the community. Like there's a chef school in Langa that I work with. You know, when you look at chef schools, the prices that those schools cost, our regular child in the location cannot afford that price. And there's a school in Langa that's offering the same basic schooling system for a chef school, and those that are in a position to add value and give back. We are there to support and guide those young students who in future want to be chefs, want to own their own coffee shops, want to own their own restaurants, or maybe go corporate. Because unfortunately, when you're in high school and you're doing these cooking subjects, no one ever tells you there's life outside hospitality. There is life in corporate for a chef. There is life in the business world, and even like FMCG, where the retail space is sitting in, is that as a chef, there is good careers out there waiting for the kids. It's not just only hospitality.
Thank you, Zukiswa. I like what you said about the support. You know, it makes such a difference if you're passionate about something, and your environment, your family, you know, your friends, and if they support you, it just gives you hope, and you're like, oh yes, you know, they with me, and they can root for me, and they my cheerleaders. So that just gives you a bit of hope. And sometimes the youth actually is under pressure because sometimes the parents want there's certain careers that the parents want the children to go through. And with the support, we always talk about mentors. Lulu, did you ever have the support during your career decisions? How did that help you through your career journey?
I must say I did have an awesome mentor when I started out in my career in SPAR. My line manager was the one who motivated me to start studying. And I have to say, I left studying too very late in my life. I only started studying when I was 37 years old to get a degree and a diploma and so on. So I didn't come into SPAR educated for this job, but she saw potential in me and supported me, helped me through the registration process, helped me through all the assignments and from not studying anything from leaving school, which was close to 20 plus years. You know, you have that insecurity, but all I can say is, you know, success doesn't come easily. You work for it. And success is not always an easy road. It's hard to get where you want to go. So it's important to remain focused. So it doesn't matter what age you are, what ethnicity, what anything you think is standing in your way, because that is all relative to you. If you can just get outside of your own headspace, then success is achievable by all of us. You know, it doesn't matter what the challenges are that you face. When I started studying, I had 2 children. I kept a home. I still had children to look after. I only had 3 hours a day to study, and that was between 3 and 6 in the morning. So that is how I decided I wanted that. I wanted this success. And if that was all the time that I had, then I would make the most of that time. And I think we are very, our time isn't as important as it can be. We don't utilize the time that we have to the fullest that we can. All the time that we spend you know, not necessarily, and I'm not dissing social media, but there's time that you can go for gold, which you are using doing other things that are not moving you towards your end goal, which is success. Yeah?
Sorry, Lulu. We know we had an interruption there. Thank you so much. Sorry, Lulu, are you?
Yeah, no,
you
good.
can
I'm
continue?
fine. No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Unless there is something else that you guys want me to add to that.
No, that's fine. Sorry, we just had an interruption, so we thought it might have interfered with your moment, but all good, all good. We've got this, and go-getters, that is why, you know, why we are, you know, why we do these sort of programs is to also just change the perception around retail. Look, if you think, what comes to mind when you think retail or if you see SPAR, you know, and you talk about, oh, I work at SPAR. All you think about, and especially in today's society, is, oh, you're probably a cashier, or you're just a shelf packer, or you just work in the butchery or the bakery section, or you pack the bags for the customers and you push that trolley. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And sometimes people, the youth of today, they don't want to start from the bottom because they don't understand that starting from the bottom will get you where you actually want to be, and that is going to be part of your journey. Any comments or anything you'd like to share around that? Because that is the reality. None of the youth wants to work in a retail store, for example. But what we do is we encourage them. You know, if you want to volunteer from the age of 16. You can work. You can help out. It's all about, you know, work exposure. It's about experience. Speakers, do you have anything that you'd like to advise as well, or share around that? Anne?
Thank you so much for. Are you going, Zugisa?
No, you can start. It's fine.
Okay. There is so many careers at SPAR, and it's a reality that when you think about SPAR, you're only thinking about someone packing shelves or a cashier, and it's unbelievable how many careers are there within SPAR. Remember, what I want to say to the go-getters today is that SPAR is not only the shop that you see. There is so much work happening behind the background work that's happening before you see the stock that is in the shop. That's where these careers, many of these careers are. And there's so much that you can, there's so many careers at SPAR that you can follow, from logistics, finance, marketing, project management. You can do all of these careers. They are within SPAR, not just the store itself. And when you see someone in a SPAR uniform, I'm hoping that after this open day today, you will look at them differently. We are wearing our SPAR uniform, but trust me, there's more behind the SPAR uniform. It's not just someone working in the retail, in the store itself. There's so many careers within SPAR.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you for that. Zuki, over to you.
What I wanted to share is that in anything that is work related, you've got to start at the bottom for you to reach your goal. I remember when I started at SPAR, my first day as a packer, I fainted. First day at work, I was a packer. I fainted. You know, from that experience alone, I had a different level of respect of a packer, because I had a month in their shoes and I was ready to give up. I was like, time out, not for me, I'm good. You know, so you don't really understand the time, the effort, the knowledge that it requires. Packing someone's groceries is not just putting food in a paper bag. There's a way you get taught. How do you pack? You interact with the consumer while you're busy packing. There's certain conversations you can't have with the cashier while I'm busy there waiting for my groceries. You know, that cashier that sits there, that cashier has a qualification, you know, but there's one person has to start at some point in some door in order to reach where they want to go. So you got to start small. In the chefing world, initiation, you take a toothbrush and you're told to clean the kitchen floors. with a toothbrush. That's initiation. You gotta start somewhere at the bottom. You gotta earn the respect. And unfortunately, respect is not commanded. You gotta showcase yourself, you know, before people then have the respect. And you also gotta show respect to other people before you demand any respect. So for you young people, whenever you go to a retail store, respect each and every single worker in that retail store, because they work long hours to ensure that your customer experience when you come into the store is as best as it can be.
And
Wow, so nicely put, Zukiswa, and thank you so much for your for sharing your thoughts as well. And it's so important, go-getters. Yet again, you know, you are reminded of, you know, when you finish school, don't think you're going to get that 3 million rand after you finish matric.
yeah,
It's going to take a while, and that is reality.
it
Because
grounds you.
sometimes nowadays we expect to live lavish lives, but how do you, you know, why do you think people are able to succeed, you know, in life through their career? It's through hard work, it's through determination, it's through passion. And we've been working with SPAR now for a few years, and passion and determination and positivity,
Stands out.
that stands out regularly.
very
And
fundamental.
yeah.
Yeah, so we have a question here. I think this is for Lulu. What advice would you give to a newly graduate in terms of putting together a very creative, lovely CV?
I think the best advice is be honest about who you are. So promote yourself in the best light of who you really are, because if you try and make yourself into something else, number one, you won't be happy. Number two, you won't get the job that makes you happy. And you might be stuck with that job for a very long time before you realize that that was a mistake. So on your CV, be as honest to the person seeing that CV as you possibly can be. So be true to yourself, be true to who you are, what's important to you, you know, because you can't promote something that you don't live every day. So that would be my advice. Be honest in your CV, and especially in the part where it says what's your interests and so on. You know, that's where people realize who you are. So it's not only about what can you do, but it is who you are outside of what you can do. And you need to highlight that as well.
Thank you for that advice, Lulu. Go-getters, hope you're taking note. Yeah, some awesome comments from the speakers.
Very awesome.
So here's a question. Kazimla, we see you. I know that you've said, oh, I've got a question to ask. So here it goes. And this is for Anelisiwe. How does one deal with the challenges that comes with the logistics department?
Okay, thank you, Kazimla, for that question. It's such a great one. Every field have its own challenges. So does logistics. As I said that it's not a walk in the park, but it's doable. There are people that have been in logistics before, they have succeeded, and they are still succeeding even today. So every challenges that you are facing, if you know what you want in life, and it goes back to the vision that you must create for yourself. If you are driven by that vision on a daily basis, the challenge, overcoming the challenges will come naturally from you. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying that the challenges are not there, but the challenges are worth it. And if you know exactly what you want, it's not a difficult thing to do. Remember, as much as the challenge is there, but once you overcome that challenge, it becomes one of your success stories that you can share one day. So yes, logistics have its challenges. You just need to have passion. You must be someone who's detail orientated, and then yeah, you can handle anything in logistics.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you for that. So to our speakers today, just to acknowledge everyone that's been sending questions through. We are trying our best to answer them. We would also just get some comments. Is there any other questions or anything on YouTube, Facebook? Okay, all right. So yeah, to our speakers, there's a question. So from Zelly, on behalf of the young peeps online, LOL, which would be the best motivational book they can easily access to read up on that can guide them as to how to deal with challenges, etc. As these would be all new to them one day. So basically, to build up a strong mental healthy attitude towards the new life they will be heading, whether at work, college, or university. Good question. Thank you so much, Sally.
Brilliant question.
Any of our speakers? Zukiswa, anything you'd like to add?
So for me, there's a guy by the name of Simon Sinek. If I think everybody here should actually listen to one of his YouTube videos on the why, because everything that we do has to have a why. Are you doing that career that you're doing? Why do you want to be part of that industry that you're doing? And if you follow his motivational talks that he does, he speaks a lot about leadership. He speaks a lot about the youth in terms of what is our role as a youth in society, and how do we become the great leaders that we want to be just by making small changes in our everyday life. I'm just trying to remember the topic, but it's why. If you search Simon Sinek, why, that is a good start to understand who you are and where you want to be, especially when you finish with matric.
Thank you, Zukiswa. Zukiswa, would you mind posting that information in on the Zoom chat? Teachers, parents, go-getters who are joining us, take note of the, and I'll ask Anne and Lulu to share the books or any advice regarding that in the chat. Anne, take it away.
Yeah, I would, from my side, I would recommend books by John Maxwell. He is the leadership expert. He wrote a lot of leadership books, even though his focus is more on the leadership. But for a go-getter, a person who is starting in her or in his career, it's very important that you set yourself up to that standard right at the beginning of your career. And remember, whatever you are doing in your career, you must take leadership of what you are doing. If you go read, he has wrote a lot of books on leadership. Any book that you can read from John Maxwell will give you a direction in terms of leadership and how to live your life going forward and how to be determined in anything that you are doing. Remember, when you are starting, you might not start in a leadership position, or you might not start at a senior level position. But what will set a tone for you to go into those positions? It's what you are doing when you are in the lower positions. So it's very important that you familiarize yourself with his books that are dealing with leadership topics.
Thank you, Anne.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about all those things, really building things of what you guys do every single day. I would like to know, is there ever any fun at SPAR or in just a career? Is there ever any room to relax? And yeah, is there ever any fun? Any of our coaches can take that on.
Okay, so I'll go with this one. I've been in SPAR a very long time, and I've had the most amount of fun that anybody can have in a workspace. SPAR makes every opportunity to engage with their employees on a personal level. So whether it be Women's Day, where we get cupcakes, whether it be Mother's Day, where we get a flower, just to make sure that you are seen as a person. We have an enormous amount of fun. We have Facebook challenges, we have in-store challenges with our retailers. So there's a lot of scope for us to show who we are as people. We are not just a number at SPAR. We are so much more than that. And I must say that since I've worked at SPAR, I have felt that I am worthy, that SPAR sees your worth because you are seen as the person, not just the clock number. People know who you are. even people you don't know you. And that's an awesome thing, because we all want recognition in this life.
Awesome.
Yeah, any of our Zukiswa, Annelisiwe, yeah, we talking work. But do you guys ever have fun? I know everything's changed from face to face to digital, but I'm sure you still have fun. How do you incorporate that in your workplace?
Working with food is always fun. You're always tasting, you're always eating, you're getting samples. My family knows they're the guinea pigs of anything. I get coffee. Please taste this coffee. Please taste. Like the one time I brought back 12 salads, 12 different salads. And I was like, please come hungry. Oh, they thought I was cooking a brilliant meal. Nah, it was just salads galore, and they had to taste. So it's that excitement of knowing that your palate is going to go through a journey of flavor. So the fun part is being in the kitchen. We run a lot of workshops with the guys at store level. It's just being in that space and watching people cook, having fun, burning the food, and just seeing people in a space of being passionate and loving where they are, seeing them interacting with each other. And like Lou said, now SPAR is very big on family, very big on values of unity and community. And our SPAR stores are very big in their communities. So being part of things that our retailers do in their communities as SPAR from a distribution center part, it's actually exciting, because being in an office 8 hours in a day, it's always good to also be out there within your company and seeing what value the company is actually doing to help the communities that we are surrounded with.
Thank you, Zukiswa. Can we be best friends? I would love to do some food tasting and stuff. Oh, I'm still getting hungry here while we while we're talking. But yeah, that sounds like fun. Annelisiwe?
I've never worked in a place that had so much fun like SPAR before. I remember when I joined the business, I was like, I've never seen this before. We have so much fun at SPAR, and we celebrate all the successes with that we go through during the course of the year. As other speakers have said, our ground values at SPAR business is family, and we take care of each other. We feel like we are part of everyone's other personal life. So when you join the business, you are all those values that the business is grounded on are automatically instilled in you. And yes, that's how we are having so much fun at SPAR. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, speakers. We just want to give a shout out to Easy. Easy is one of the go-getters who joined the Career Open Day yesterday, and he's joining again.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Easy. It's nice to see you again. Yeah, so Zukiswa, we've got a question for you from YouTube. Has the experience you gained in entry-level positions helped you become, how has the experience you gained in entry-level positions helped you become a better leader?
Thanks for the question. So it has better equipped me to be more of an empathetic leader, because I know what it feels like starting from the bottom. I know how to do the basic job. I can relate to the challenges and the frustrations and the stresses that come with the work. So it's not that I'm out of touch with what happens at ground level. I come from ground level. So where I sit now, I have a better view of what happens at ground level, and I'm more understanding, and I can relate to the people as well and to their challenges.
Thank you so much, Zukiswa. Any other questions from YouTube, Facebook? Nothing? Okay. So we've got a question here.
From Percy.
You can go ahead and...
Yeah, Percy wants to know more about career opportunities at SPAR, and if tertiary education is required, does SPAR offer financial aid to help you pursue the career opportunities? So in short, Does SPAR have any sponsorship educational programs once you are in SPAR?
That's a good question.
Give it to Lulu.
Yes, can I answer that one? Okay, so all my education that I've had, degrees, diplomas, all that has been paid for by SPAR bursaries. So I can definitely tell you that that is something that SPAR enables you to do. If you find something in your work that you want to study, SPAR is behind you 100% to achieve that goal. Not only in terms of monetary help, but in terms of study leave and other platforms which they have got to support you, study groups, whatever that case may be. So yes, once you're in SPAR, the sky's the limit. You choose your direction and you choose how far you want to go, because it's all dependent on you. All the opportunities are available for you to utilize.
Fantastic. I hope you guys are taking note that there's a lot of room for growth and even studying once you are with SPAR.
There was another question, it links to that. Where is this now? Yeah, from Giboze Gi. Hi. Giboze says, afternoon, everyone. Okay.
Khotile. Khotle. Okay, from Kalahari High School.
My question is, what is the difference between Bachelor of Commerce in Accounting, Finance, and BCom? Lulu, is there something you could answer as well, please?
I can't answer it to the level of answering the question, but a Bachelor of Commerce has got a broad spectrum. So you can study, like in my case, business management with a BCom, and then that gives you a scope of a large range of things that you, but there are degrees that are very specific. So I think what he's speaking about is like a very specific, what was the degree that he mentioned? So it would
really, sorry, I'm just going through to that.
It would really depend on what the line is of employment that the person is seeking. So a BCom in a general direction will give you a broad spectrum of opportunities, where if you were doing a finance particular thing, you would either want to be something in the line of a personal banker or an accountant, or a professional accountant or a chartered accountant. So it really speaks to the specifics of what you want to do. If you just want a BCom in terms of a general direction, then you would do a more general, so business, or there's a BCom general that you can do. So it really, you need to have more of an idea of what direction you want to go before you choose. Because if you do the finance related, you are only in finance. Whereas if you do business management, you've got a little bit of the finance, you've got a little bit of commercial law, you have a little bit of a lot of things, which covers a lot of spectrum in terms of any job in a finance space, and won't limit you to doing only an accountant or only a bookkeeper. So you really need to look at what you're wanting to do in the long term before you choose what you study. So because choosing something that beds you down too much into a narrow spectrum really limits you in what you can apply for in terms of employment.
Thank you, Lulu. I think is this something also similar links to that?
Yes, this is, yeah, it's very similar to what we spoke about, bursaries and stuff. So it's from Wikoto from Khalaletang Science High School. And they, shout out to you guys. They are saying, does SPAR give bursaries to courses that are only related to logistics? It's for you, Anne.
Any of the other speakers want to answer, or can I answer?
You go ahead, Lulu.
Yes.
You're more than welcome to go ahead.
SPAR gives a bursary for any course in SPAR where it is work related. So if you are in like the HMR space, you can go and study to be a butchery specialist or a bakery specialist, and SPAR will support that with a bursary. If, like for us, we're in finance and you want to study to be a credit manager, SPAR will support that. So SPAR will give you a bursary for anything that is in your line of work that you have chosen. So not just logistics, you can do marketing, promotions, retail operations, anything that is in the line of employment, you can get a bursary to further your studies in.
Thank you, Lulu. Thank you for that, and hope that answers your question, Boykutso. Oh, shame, Boykutso got kicked out, but I'm sure that is fine. It's fine. Yeah, we've got an awesome question here from Lerato. What advice would you give to your younger self? And what is that one thing you wish you could change? Anne, I'd like to give this one to you, and then Zuki, then you can take it away afterwards.
Thank you so much, Lerato, for that question. The advice that I would give to my younger self is don't be afraid to ask questions when you don't know something. Sometimes you become so stressed because you have no understanding of what is going on, and you feel like if I ask question, I will sound like I'm stupid. But there is nothing like a stupid question. Go out there, go ask those questions. You will get answers. Remember that they are older people that have been through what you are going through, so they will give you advices. And it's another advice that I would give my my younger self is do look for a coach, a mentor early in your career, someone who can guide you, someone that you can go and discuss what you are going through, and make sure that you select a mentor that will someone that you want to be like in future, someone who can guide you where you want to be. So 2 advices: mentorship, coaching. Make sure that you identify that person very early in your life, and also ask questions if you do not know something. You will get help.
Thank you, Anne.
Over to you, Zuki.
So just repeat that last question, please.
The question was, what advice would you give your younger self, and what is that one thing you wish you could change?
So I wouldn't change anything, because every experience that I have gone through has prepared me for a bigger journey. It may not have happened in the now, but 3 years later, you realize, oh, wait a second, what I just went through 2 years ago was actually preparing me for this moment. So I wouldn't change anything in anything that I've gone through in my younger self. The one advice I would give myself would be, you should have made better financial decisions. When you start working young, you kind of spend your money carelessly. You don't save enough. You think money is just, when I get my first salary, I'm gonna go buy clothes, I'm gonna go this, go do that, and not realizing that there's conversations around savings, investments, and planning for a future. I started working when I was 19. And at that time, I had a son. So I was forced to study and work at that time. So I always feel like in those early days, I could have made better financial decisions. But those happened for a reason, that now that I'm at the stage in life where I am, those mistakes, I can better equip those type of conversations with my own son, where I can speak to him and say, listen, you're a teenager. When you've got money, don't spend, save 10 Rand, save 5 Rand, because those are conversations you don't take seriously at that moment in time, but they actually do impact you the older you get. In your early 20s, you realize that certain things that you did in your teens come into play, and they start coming alive, and the consequences of those actions start coming alive when you're in your early 20s. So always be mindful that for every action, there will be a consequence, good or bad.
Fantastic. Thank you for answering that. This next question is more from a perspective of, how does SPAR handle things like a crisis and the situations that happen along the line? Because you guys have mentioned that it's not always the same typical day every day. So what ideal solution did SPAR as a retail store take to the looting crisis?
It's a good question.
Yes, any of our coaches that would like to take on that one?
It's quite a broad question that they've actually asked us because with the looting. So just to give you guys an understanding how SPAR is structured as a business. So SPAR is a voluntary trading establishment. So it's also a franchise, but the retailers are voluntary traders. So in the case of what just happened in Durban, the regions outside Durban were able to help in terms of bringing in stock for our stores in Durban. And generally there would be a crisis management team that gets set up in cases like this to help restore the businesses that were damaged and try save whatever that was left of it. It wasn't easy. I don't know if we've got any Durban colleagues here, but when speaking to them, when the incident was taking place, probably it was one of the most stressful and so sudden things to take place that no one was actually expecting the level of damage that actually took place. And it's also just to the youth, when you participate in such things, you don't realize the aftermath effect that it actually affects us in our households. Even though we were never part of the problem, but the knock-on effect of that kind of situation spreads across the country. Just to give you guys a simple thing, one of the factories in Durban burned down. Guess what? The rest of the country is out of stock. So it wasn't just something that will affect only Durban distribution, but it affects the rest of the country because that one main factory that actually distributes to everybody around the country is now burned down. We don't have products. Guess who got affected? It's our consumers, you guys, your mothers, your aunts, your brothers, your sisters and brothers. They're looking for nappies, they can't find nappies. How odd is that? So it's one small act that has the repercussions that we can't even comprehend. It's just general people out in the streets as well. So there's always going to be a team that will always deal with a crisis. And as a big organization as we are, the guys in the rest of the other regions will always step in and help each other. We were packing goodie bags to thank our team and our colleagues in Durban to say thank you for pulling out. The excitement of seeing those SPAR trucks leaving the distribution center, going around our Durban stores, distributing. We were excited sitting in the Western Cape because it's a victory moment for everybody at the end of the day, because then you realize that lives were saved and jobs were saved. Because imagine if those businesses weren't able to trade again. A lot of people will be unemployed right now.
Thank you, Zukiswa. That's so humbling to hear. And when Anna said earlier about SPAR is about family, and it's just so important on how when you are faced with that, how do you apply, SPAR values? How do you apply those values into those crises and the challenges? And you've proven that by doing so, and acting on that. And so well done to all of you. This past few weeks has not been easy, but it's those, like you said, Zukiswa, it's those victory moments. We all face challenges in life, and it's how we react and handle them.
Yeah.
And it's all about staying positive. And yet again, SPAR's proven themselves, it's all about
family.
the value of family, looking after staff, looking after each other, just the positivity of that. So gratefully humbled by that. Thank you so much. Are there any other questions here? Anything from YouTube or Facebook? Okay. Let's see. Okay, speakers, we did promise you, or we did mention that we will wrap the session up at about 4:25. Thank you so much for committing your time. As we mentioned earlier on, we're facing challenging times, but it just, your passion alone proves that, you know, it just means a lot to us. And on behalf of the Go-Getters, thank you so much for committing your time. And yeah, we would like to give our speakers just a chance to kind of just leave us with, you know, words of wisdom, advice for the youth of South Africa. Go-Getters, this is an opportunity for you. Like I said earlier on, I wish I had, you know, these kind of programs back then. And I mean, these programs were free. And it's exposing you to all different, you know, different careers, and within SPAR, and just to kind of change your perception around the retail industry. So, yeah, speakers, any last words of wisdom for our go-getters as they will be progressing through this SPAR Go-Getter program? Anne?
From my side to the go-getters out there, I want to say to you guys, nothing comes easy in life. You have to work hard. You need to have passion for what you choose to do in life. Always remember that you need to work for anything. Nothing comes as easy as you would think. Things doesn't automatically fall into place. You need to work for things in life. And one last thing that I want to say is never forget the brand that you are selling, which is yourself.
Thank you, Anne. Zukiswa, over to you.
For me, to the young peoples on this platform, the only thing I can tell you is that be driven by passion. That will get you through any challenge. If you are passionate about what you are doing, you are rest assured to succeed in anything you put your mind to. And never give up, ever.
Thank you, Zukiswa. Lulu, take it away.
To all the young people out there listening to us, my advice would be to be fearless. The future that you want is determined by the decisions you make today. So be fearless with what you want. Be selfish and go for it. No matter what anybody else says or does or thinks, remember this is your future and you have to make it the future you want it to be, not based on somebody else's perspective of you. Be true to who you are. Go out there and make it happen. We all have challenges. We've all had to do things we didn't want to do or sat in jobs for years getting experience. That is what made us so successful today. And how we appreciate that success is because we've walked the long road. We didn't go the easy way straight to the top, because if we did, we wouldn't appreciate what it took us to get here. The sacrifices are all worth it when you actually look back and go, well, I've arrived and it's good to be here. But once you've arrived, there's always somewhere else to go. So never stop setting yourself a goal to get better, to be better, and to do better. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Wow, thank you. Oh, yes, go ahead, Promise.
I've just been having network problems, but however, I agree with the co-host, you know, there's always room for improvement. There's always room for growth, and just always strive to be better, you know, and always stay focused. Focus and ensure that as you progress and grow in whatever that you do, you stay disciplined. Discipline is the key to everything. That's what I have to say to the go-getters.
Wow, thank you so much for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go-getters, you've heard it. You know, we hope you've taken note. And yeah, speakers, thank you so much for being so encouraging, for being so motivating. speakers. There are some love shown in the Zoom chat. Please have a look at it, read it. Let us just read a few here. Karabo says, thanks for the opportunity. This is such an eye-opener. I am indeed encouraged and motivated. This experience is meaningful and remarkable. Courtney says, thank you for the motivation. And then Linda says, much appreciated to you all speakers and to the Future Me team for setting this program, as it provided an opportunity for me to receive good advice and information regarding SPAR and mostly my career choice. Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much, go-getters. Go-getters, don't go anywhere. We still need to go through the next steps. But let us show some love to our speakers. Zukiswa, Ane, and Lulu, thank you so much. Promise.
Yes.
Akila, everyone else from SPAR who's joined. Thank you. You can turn your cameras on, go-getters. Show us our speakers some love.
To our speakers.
Thank you, Garabo. We see you. Speakers, we really appreciate the time, you've given out of your day to motivate and encourage the go-getters. Lots and lots of love from the go-getters and Future Me. Thank you so much, Zukiswa, Annalisiwe, sorry, and Lulu. Thank you. Take care. Go-getters, don't go anywhere, but show our speakers some love.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care, speakers. Take care.
Thanks, everybody. Have fun for the next phase.
Thank you.
Bye, go-getters.
Thanks,
Bye,
Promise. Take care.
Thank you.
Take
Bye,
care.
guys.
Oh,
Thank
yes,
you.
Tumeka, where are you? We see you. Hello.
Yes, so we see you. Thank you so much.
Akila, for joining Tumeka. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much,
Wow.
Tumeka.
Thank you so much to all our speakers. Go-getters. Are you still well? Are you still alive? Are you still going? Are you still vibey? Are you still positive? Did you all have a good time and a good session? Hope you managed to take notes.
Yes, we saw I think Karabo is taking notes. We see a few of you doing that. You guys are brilliant. And I want to give a shout out to our educators that have put the students together. You guys are making it possible, and thank you so much.
Big thanks to our educators. And we had quite a few of you join in from your classrooms. Those who joined in through the projectors.
Yes.
Woo! we might have not seen you all who had connection issues, but it's fine as long as you saw us.
Yeah,
that's all that matters. It's all that matters.
It gets better, guys. We have more exciting stuff coming up in this program still.
Cool. And like we said, the SPAR Go-Getter program is it's going to be a journey with you. That's why we need you to stick around and apply for round 2. But let me go to the slides quickly just to give you guys a reminder. Can you all see my slides, my beautiful slides? Yes. Awesome. Oopsie, rules of engagement is done. We don't need that now.
We've engaged.
Okay, so the next steps, go-getters, is for you to sign up to round 2. That information will be posted on Facebook. We'll please.
It's already on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Get it, guys.
Woo,
Get
it's already on Facebook. And I think it will probably be pasted. It's been a long day. Posted on the Zoom chat. But check out our Facebook page. All the information is there. Please apply to round 2. We would like to go through this journey with you all. Anything else you'd like to add?
Yes, guys. We have a online app, Future Me Online. Sign up for Future Me Online. Complete your profile. You can be able to build your CV on there. It's app.futureme.org.za. I'm going to say it again. It's app.futureme.org.za.
And guess what?
Yes.
It is free.
All for free.
Absolutely free. So and then guys, don't forget to follow us on social media.
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram, subscribe. It's been a long
subscribe.
Have I been that motivated that I'm losing my speech and my vocabularies here? So yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much.
And you forgot something.
What did I forget?
We are on TikTok now.
Oh yes, we're on TikTok also.
Yes,
what is our TikTok?
TikTok is at FutureMe_ZA. FutureMe_ZA. We know you guys do TikTok.
Yes, so check
Follow
us out.
there.
My goodness, we have just leveled up, guys. I promise you.
Levels.
We're so excited. Right. Like we said, yes. So next step, sign up. So we will see you. We will see you all in round 2.
I can't wait.
Selection bootcamp. Right. Let us stop sharing the screen and let's get to some exciting moments. You all know when you hear the word prize, then you must now all get all excited. Well, we've got 2 prizes to give away today.
2 prizes.
Woohoo! Right.
So before we announce who it is, Jody, what are our prizes? Do you want to tell us?
Yes. So 2 go-getters get the chance to win. Not get a chance, they are already the winners.
They got
on
the
here.
chance
we
already.
we just need to like announce the name. So you win 200 instant cash SPAR voucher moment. And yeah, how exciting is that? So our first winner, let us get our drum roll.
Please.
It's cash, not a voucher, but
Yes.
yeah, it's instant 200 Rand instant cash prize.
Yes.
Okay, we've worded it better now. So,
Drum roll, please. Our first winner is Karabo. Let's see you excited, Karabo.
well done, Karabo. Right. Winner number 2. Can I get a
Yes.
drum roll, please?
Yes.
Njabulo! Woohoo!
Yay, Njabulo.
Well done. Njabulo, are you there? Can we see? We would like to see you.
Yes, you can turn your camera on.
Karabo, would you like to say something? You've unmuted yourself. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're so welcome.
You're
We're
welcome.
so glad you could be part of this. Congratulations. We hope all the notes that you've taken down will be beneficial to you. And we can't wait to be with you guys again, all of you, on the next round.
Yeah, and Njabulo, congratulations. Would you like to say anything?
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you for everything. Like, this program was so inspiring and understanding. I really loved it. Like, thank you very much to everyone and the speakers and SPAR as a whole. Thank you very much. It was very nice.
Oh,
It's a pleasure. It's
it's only a pleasure. It's only we are smiling. We promise you, we are smiling behind our masks. You just can't see it, but yeah, we are. Thank you so much. Congratulations again to Karabo, Njabulo,
Thank you.
and Karabo and Njabulo. I will stay in touch with you. We just want to kind of arrange your prizes, how we'll get it to you, and we'll need your email address. So when you logged into Zoom, I'm sure you were given that option to register, so we could get it from there.
Yes, we were.
Otherwise, you can just send us your email address on the Zoom chat if possible.
Yeah,
Then we
or you can DM us on our social media as well, our Instagram, Facebook,
Oh yes, yeah.
Future Me. You can DM us there. I mean, we are so eager to always hear from you guys. And from
Okay.
you, by the way.
Okay.
Cool. DJ Fernando, will give it over to you for some
Yes.
music. But go getters, you're more than welcome to turn your cameras on. If you'd like to share a comment or ask a question, you're more than welcome to do so. Thank you so much for joining us on a Friday afternoon and for being so engaging. We see you, Percy, Letsatsi,
Yes.
Galadi. We see you guys.
See you guys. We see you,
Nomsa.
Nomsa.
Hi,
See you.
Nomsa.
Awesome to have you.
Thank you so much to all the educators for joining us and
Thank
for
you.
having the learners join the session. We hope you had fun. Have an absolute good weekend. We'll get our music going quickly. I think we should
Yeah, and in the
probably start.
meantime, educators, please help encourage your learners to stick with the program. We still have more in store.
Yeah. Apply for round 2, guys. We're looking forward to engaging with you at Selection Bootcamp starting
Yes,
next
we'll
week.
do
So check out all the
so.
information on Facebook. Have an absolute good weekend. Take care. Enjoy the music. And if you've got any questions,
Same applies to you.
Get the song, guys.
You know what happiness is to you. Clap along gives you chills, but that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love
happy to see you.
Jump in the car. Fantastic. Lola, we can see you.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness
Thank
is
you
the
so
truth.
much for joining us, guys.
Take care, guys. Enjoy the weekend.
What happiness is to you.
Okay, let's look at our phones.
Clap along if you feel
People like
like
you
that's
give me
what you
hope that
want to
indeed
do.
our country has a future. Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you.
Oh my Lemo. What have you done? Oh my word, that's people. I only have a piece of paper, but I have to write something.
Thank you so much. Because of you guys. And
Lots of love, guys. Take care. See you in round two. Usually up. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bring me down. The love is true. Bring me down. Can't nothing
Bye, guys.
bring me down.
Did someone leave music?
Clap along
So who's
if
gonna
you
love us
feel
first?
like a room without a roof.
Who's gonna love us first?
Clap along if you feel like
See you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.